Hello, as promised, I wanted to show you how to do some Australian dot art. You might already know, and you might not need to watch this video, and that's fine. I added to Seesaw a link with a template, so that could give you some Australian animal. They're called silhouettes when they're all black to choose from. So you can use this, you can draw your own, you might be able to find other ones. Anything is fine. I chose to use this, and I think maybe I'll do the koala. I think I'll do the koala. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut this koala out. If you end up needing help with your cutting, that's absolutely fine. If you're not able to cut around, like I don't think he'll be able to get around his claws very well, or the hair on his ears, it's okay, because you could always do your dot art painting right over the edge, and you wouldn't even notice. So I'm just going to get as close as I can. Cut my koala right out. And I'm thinking about the design that I might want to make. I'm thinking that I'm going to be making it all with dots, but I'm also thinking about maybe what colors I want to choose and the patterns. So I put my koala out. Next I'm going to glue him onto the paper. You can use regular glue, glue stick, tape, whatever you have at home. This is a new glue stick. There we go. Put a little on there. And I think I'm going to put him right in the middle of my paper, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So here he is. He's right in the middle of my paper. So I'm hoping that you'll be able to find some cotton swabs, or you might call them Q-tips, around your house. If you have paint, you can use paint. If you don't have paint and Q-tips, you can use markers to do this. You just need to do little dots with your markers. I'm going to do some with paint, so I think I'll do some dots and then I'll show you what it looks like. So I'm going to just put the tip of my cotton swab in there. See, it's not completely covered in paint. And I'm just going to go dot, 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 all the way around his body. When I start to run out of paint, I'm going to go back and get a little bit more, and I'll show it to you in just a minute. Almost all the way around now. Okay, so I might use green again, so I just have a little Tupperware. I'm not sure what you can find at your house to use, but you might want to save that. Okay, so this is how it's going to start. Okay, so I've added some more dots. I did some yellow right around the green, and then I did some blue right around the yellow. Now, I noticed that a lot of that Aboriginal art had patterns, and one thing I know about patterns is that they repeat. So if I want to make this look like a pattern, I'm going to repeat the same colors. So I started with green, so I'm going to go back to green now and do green right around the blue. And after I finished doing my green around the blue, I noticed that I did yellow next. So then I will do yellow next again. So let me get my green down, going all the way around, keeping them fairly close together. Okay, so I've got my green, as you can see. And now, because I want to keep the pattern going, I'm going to go with yellow again. And then what would I put next if I wanted to keep that pattern going? What did I do after the green? Whoops, I was thinking about it, so I did it. After the green and after the yellow, that's right, blue. So after I finish doing yellow all the way around, then I'm going to go back and do blue. And I'm going to continue doing this until I get all the way to the edge of my paper. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do after that. Okay, so I've done my dot painting surrounding my animal all the way around my paper. So now you have some choices to make, because you have some space here, and here, and here, and here. You can continue to do your pattern and just skip the parts that don't have paper, or I noticed that some of that art had circle patterns kind of next to it, so I think I'm going to try that, and I'm going to change the colors on my pattern this time. I think I'm going to do maybe red, orange, and yellow. So what I'm going to do to start this circle, why don't I start it with red so that you can see it really well. I'm going to choose a place right in the middle to put a dot. That's going to be like my middle of my circle. And I think I want to put a dot. I'll put one here. Put one like almost in each corner. Okay, so there are my dots. Here's what they look like. And now I'm going to choose my next color to go around my dot. I think I'll choose orange. That way you can see that one really well too. So now I'm just going to make a circle around each dot with my orange paint. So I'll go around this dot, and I'll show it to you as soon as I finish. Around this dot, and around this dot, and around this dot. Okay, and then I chose to use yellow. Let's go back and let's do, whoops, get that real quick. We'll do yellow right around the orange. So when your orange is finished, it kind of looks like this, or whatever color you choose. See, I did dots right around those dots. So we're going to go right around the orange. Go around this one. And then remember, because it's a pattern, it's going to, repeat. So, all the way around each one. And if I were going to repeat this pattern, I would start again with the color, what did I start with? Can you remember? That's right, red. So there are parts of this that aren't going to have any paper left. I'm just going to not do dots on that part. I'm going to pretend like that part's not even there. So right around, I'll show it to you in just a minute. Then again, if you don't have paint, you can certainly do this with markers and just make your circles. Now I could keep going and keep going and keep going till my paper is full, which I think I will do, and then show it to you, but this is what it looks like so far. Pretty nice. So at this point, I have made as many dots on my paper as I would like to have on there, and this is the finished product. Aboriginal Dot Art. And I'm sure that yours came out really beautiful too. Yeah, so I hope you had fun doing this, and I hope you learned a little bit about a different technique you can use to paint or draw. See you next time.